Alright, so it's my favorite month in the year, April, and here are my April favorites. April is by far my favorite month in the year. It beats December even, which is Christmas, because it's my birthday. My voice. And I'm paying for it with my voice. But this month, well, there were a lot of, actually too many favorites to count because I spent a lot of time celebrating. So a lot of them were experiences. But here are some things. Okay, let me go through them. One is this pair of watches. I know it's a bit cringy, like why so mushy, but look. It's like his and hers, Baby G and G Shop, which I really like. These I got in Japan, and I don't know, I mean, I wasn't sure. Like my friends were like, you mean your husband's gonna wear a pink watch, but he's very metro, so yeah, Baby G and G Shop. Although there's not much difference in terms of the size. Still, cute, right? It's like milkshake pink. Okay, so the other thing that I really like is this t-shirt. I got it from Malaysia. So across the causeway in Johor Bahru, in a small stall in KSL Mall, they sell these like Old Skull Moto Royal. That means nothing to me, but I was attracted to the print, and then I realized the t-shirts are really soft, and I actually like it for the fit. So I like t-shirts where it fits my shoulder and the sleeve is not too big, and then it kind of is like a straight boyish cut throughout. So this is perfect, and I got this design and another wave design, and they cost 75 ringgit for two. What a steal! Trying to roll up the sleeves here. Is it too late?
Okay.
I mean, now I'm just gonna roll up the sleeves. By the way, this is my husband's shirt. So I was gonna wear something else, and then I changed, and then... You know what? I can actually share the t-shirt with him, so it's not that I just steal his clothes. I mean, I do steal his clothes, but I digress. Alright, another favorite for the month, I managed to read a book. Actually, it's good because I started working with this app, and they kind of like have audiobooks, so I not only have time to read ebooks on the go, I also get to listen to audiobooks. And so one of the books that I listened to is Atomic Habits by Jade Seah. I really like it. I think it's a really good read. Like if you need motivation to start something new, basically motivation to do something, or you want to improve yourself or improve your life in any way, and I'm like self-improvement queen, always in the state of like constant improvement. So it's one of those books that inspired me. So the premise, a few basic things about the book that he talks about. One is everything kind of starts with a 1% change, which makes so much sense because if you're a graphic or visual person, right? If you're drawing a straight line like that, right? And then if you just move the trajectory up by 1 degree, you will move in an upward trajectory, for example. And if you move it down 1, you move this way. So it makes sense. I don't even think he used the example, but that's kind of how I think about it. Like you just need to make a small step, and it will kind of compound. And if you keep at it, the 1% will become 2%, and then, you know, before you know it, you have built a habit. The other takeaway from the book that I thought was really meaningful is that when you are trying to change a habit, you know, make it your identity. For example, okay, like for me, like I'm trying to be neater, like trying to keep my house neat because I tend to hoard and clutter things. Then you should start thinking of yourself as a neat person. If I'm trying to learn a new music instrument, I should try to think of myself as a musician. Or if, let's say you're trying to quit smoking, to all my friends who are trying to quit smoking, you should think of yourself as a non-smoker. Because if you keep thinking of yourself as a smoker, like, okay, I need to quit smoking, it's a lot harder than thinking, I'm a healthy person, I work out a lot, I'm a non-smoker, and you know, so that becomes part of your identity. And apparently, the human psyche is such that we want to protect our identity. So there's quite a lot of a bigger chance that you will make that sort of lasting change. So Jade Seah, Atomic Habits, go check it out. So a song that I like this month, and interestingly, I can't remember, have I mentioned Billie Eilish before? No, I've not. I thought I talked about Ocean Eyes. No, okay, that's just off camera to Liu Ying that I said there's this song that's really cool. So okay, so long ago, I heard Ocean Eyes. I don't even know where I heard it. I think I probably heard it on Spotify. Like it just came up on a playlist, and I was like, oh, what song is that? So I'm the sort of person, if I just hear a song that I like, I will either Shazam it and save it to my Spotify playlist, or if it comes out on the Spotify playlist, I will just save it. So Ocean Eyes was one of the songs, and I thought her vocals were amazing. But I've never heard of this singer. And then recently, I heard You Should See Me in a Crown, and it is like the most haunting but yet empowering kind of song. Like I thought it was empowering in a kind of dark way. Like I'm not a dark person, So it's not really me, but something about her vocals combined with the lyrics, it was like, it's so awesome. And it was almost like, oh, honey, you think I'm pretty, but wait till you see me in a crown. That sort of vibe, which I really, really like. Combined, like I said, with her haunting vocals, pure gold. So I think I'm gonna check out Billie Eilish and the rest of her tracks, but You Should See Me in a Crown, definitely one of my favorites for the month. So I went to many new places in my birthday month, but the one that stood out for me is Shang Social, and that's at Jewel. And Jewel is, oh my gosh, it is like, it's beautiful. When I first went, I saw it, I was like, Jewel is beautiful, but the crowds, and I'm good with crowds, oh my gosh, the husband was like dying. We went to sit in a pub because he was like, okay, I can't take this anymore. But my mother-in-law booked Shang Social for my birthday, combined with my sister-in-law's, because she knows one of the servers who works there, and such a beautiful place with awesome food. Like, she got us, I think it's like a private table, so it overlooks the fountain, which is kind of cool. But the food is the standout. My goodness, we had this stuffed scallop thing, so it's scallop stuffed with like prawn, I think, and it looks like nothing, but it tastes like heaven. We also had the Sichuan chicken. I don't even like chicken. It's kind of like a white chicken, which I generally don't like, but it came in this spicy Sichuan sauce. My gosh, my mouth is watering, you know, just thinking about it. The other standout dish was the fish. I don't think it's sui zhuyu, but it's fish in some spicy Sichuan soup thingy. My goodness, that one was also like top notch. Right, so my favorite were these three dishes, especially the fish. I think I could just go there purely to eat the fish, and it was fresh, it was spicy enough. That's important, because a lot of these Chinese restaurants, like Chinese restaurants, water it down for Singaporean palate. So it's not crazy spicy, but it's not watered down either. It's of a decent level of spice. Shang Social, I've heard good things about the casual dining. Like, I went to the fine dining sites. I'm gonna go be back for the casual dining, and Liu Ying just told me the ice cream is fabulous, so I'm gonna try that as well. It's a beautiful place and the food's good. I'm just gonna wait for the hype of Jewel to die down, because cannot deal. And finally, one of my favorites for the month. It is not new, and I've watched it like, oh my gosh, 6 times now, but it's the Phantom of the Opera. I watched it again. Thanks Jack for the tickets, and thanks to MBS as well. But it was, I don't know, I mean, every time I watch it, to me, it almost gets better. The guy who plays Phantom in this particular run that came to Singapore, I thought was better than the last one. And I don't know, I mean, people complain that the sets, because if you watched it from years and years ago, way back when, like Kallang Theatre, also I watched it in New York and London, some of the theatres, like when the chandelier drops, it's actually quite terrifying. So I think in Singapore, maybe for safety issues or what, it's not as terrifying anymore, but the songs and the music and everything, like, it just reminded me of why I love this musical so much. I mean, I love musicals, and this is one of the ones that I think that it like ages really well, unlike Cats. Don't like Cats. Yeah, so I'll say Phantom of the Opera. I got to watch it this month and I really, really enjoyed it. So those are my favorites for the month of April. Like I said, you can tell my voice is going. I'm gonna try to recoup in May. Let me know down below if you have any favorites that you checked out. Food, movies, books, songs, places. Drop me a line so I can check them out as well. Otherwise, I'll catch up with you on Facebook and on Instagram.